Hello YouTube, and we are back with some more, wargames. And I am here. Well, I'm not here with them, but you know. Here's Indimakar's got the game. This is our first battle with Indimakar's protocol all together that we won. I think this is the first one we won. Anyways, I remember this battle. I don't remember the others because it's been so long and stuff. So we're gonna do this. Anyways, let me talk about our army composition. Over here on the left is into my cars. He's brought a lot of infantry. He's got artilleries. No, this is anti-air with the awesome snow camouflage. I wish they had snow maps. That would be cool. Anyways, yeah. And he's got some unarmed recon here and some gunships. And pretty much in this entire force. And he's also got this armored and armed command vehicle. And I've also upgraded to that armored and armed command vehicle. And yeah, this is my force. As you can see, I'm kicking up a lot of dust. Must be during a drought or something. I got some tanks. I mean, not a tank. I'm sorry. Some jeeps with invisible gunners and grenade launchers. And I'm also have some infantry, some very cheap infantry as well. And my plan was to attack the middle. And that's what I'm doing. I got some of these tanks here. And here, as you can see, I was holding this position here with my jeep and my assorted defense, but then Indikar's had his jeep back here that I didn't notice until later in the battle. And protocol, let's talk about protocol now. He's got this one command jeep all alone, charging forth. He's got some flamer tanks. I have 2 flamer tanks. He's got 3. He's got this unarmed recon. He's got some jeeps with invisible gunners and the recoilless rifles. Got quite a few of those. He's got some rocket jeeps back here. And here he's got a lot of tanks, as you can see. T-62Ms, T-64Bs. Some anti-air with gunners that are visible. I don't know how well that's going to work out for him, but we'll see. And he's got some of these T-62 Order 1975, some really cheap, crappy tanks. I mean, they're not really cheap. And here's some T-80Us. And some more of these cheap tanks. And as you can see, he always seems to put his most expensive tanks in front, which we're trying to tell him not to do that. Eventually, I'm sure he'll figure it out. You know, he's a smart guy. Oh, and the enemy army, as you can see, they got some Bradleys here with some troops in them. He's got some chaparrals, some trucks, some helicopters. He's got a lot of gazelles doing the gazelle thing. Some other types of helicopters. He's carrying special forces, and here he's got some tanks. I mean, not tanks, artillery with cardboard boxes in the back. Because when I think of artillery, I think of cardboard boxes in the back. I just think that's funny. He's got some more artillery back here and over here. Got some anti-air, more anti-air, some MBT-70s, a helicopter command, some tow missiles with invisible gunners, more anti-air, some troops. Back here we got some Rollins, we got more artillery. So the enemy match us in artillery. We have the exact same amount, I think. I'm pretty sure. Because I bring 4 and Indikar's brought 5. If I remember right. Yeah, he did. And right here is some chieftains and 1 lonely recon vehicle. I prefer to bring 4. But you know, this guy had to save up for his 4 Roland because he needs that many. And some more of these chieftains. And right here is another helicopter command vehicle, and a Chinook, and some special forces. As you can see, this guy put his command jeep in the back, like way in the back, which isn't that good of an idea, because if we were to slip around here, we could back attack him and take out his command vehicle very easily, because it's just kind of sitting there, and there's some good cover right here. Anyways, that's that. I'm going to start off the battle right, as I always do, with a good old artillery barrage right away. You see my dudes are taking aim, they're going to start shooting. As you can see, we're all moving out our different directions. So here comes some artillery. As you can see, he's moving his self-propelled artillery around, probably going to put it somewhere closer to our dudes, so we can get it to its maximum effectiveness. Anyways, I do get a lucky shot in here at some point. Peeps are texting me, so let's see what peeps have to say. Oh, nothing good. Oh, never mind. Right there is the hit on the helicopters. And it was a very good hit, and he's using up some supply to repair it, and it starts to rout, and it's freaking out, and that's about all the damage I did, but it was pretty good. Pretty good blind shot. As you can see, he's deploying Delta forces into this little farm, and there's more special forces going into the woods over here. He's got his command vehicle landing, he's got some links over here, he's bringing up his toes. And here Protocol's engaging him with his troops. As you can see, he has his jeeps up front, along with his flamer tanks and recon vehicle. Right there, that helicopter gets destroyed. And his T-80Us are leading the charge because they're not very expensive at all, which they are. And you shouldn't put them in front. You should have these things in front, because they're crappy and pointless. Well, yeah, they're good in their own way, you know. Anyways, as you can see, the MBTs, that's right, are attacking the jeeps, and the jeeps are attacking back. The flamer tanks are going in, they're aiming. They're going to shoot at these infantry, and as you can see, artillery is coming in. These T-80Us are going to take the first of it, but they're going to absorb it. As you can see, the T-80Us are also joining in the destruction. As you can see, though, he's using proper coverage here. He's got medium cover there. Definitely helps him. He's moving. I think I move around. Yeah, right here I'm moving these tanks over here to help. As you can see, Protocol's pretty much got this. He is running low on ammo, though. His flamer tanks decided to have a cookout, and his unarmed recon is just chilling. Here they turn. I think these T-80Us are now out of the cover. Anyways, they're shooting into the woods, because that's where the enemies are. And my artillery was right here, and Protocol stole my kill. That artillery would have killed it, but he shot it with his missiles before then. And here comes some gazelles. And the gazelles are going to open up, along with... this is going to get cooked. The gazelles are going to open up on his jeeps, which are pretty much defenseless. He does have some visible gunners here. They're going to try and take him out, but they can be seen. It's just not as useful as invisible gunners, I have to say. Anyways, artillery is going to rain everywhere. Protocol's trying to outmaneuver the artillery, but it's not working for him that well. And as you can see, the forest is burning. Smokey would not approve. And here I get attacked by this dude. And as you can see, Protocol comes to help me out with his T-80Us first, again. As you can see, these things are coming up. These tanks are taking a My dudes start routing, my jeeps are getting off some fire. Not much though. And as you can see, his T-80Us are taking a lot of damage, which isn't that good. And he loses both of them at the same time. But he's still got 3 of these dudes, and they are fighting. Eventually they will shoot, I promise you. There they go. As you can see, these dudes are getting damaged. His Rolands are just sitting there with nothing to shoot at. As you see, he's bringing up these dudes to also help out. I'm moving another group of tanks to try and shoot. As you can see, they're shooting. I brought up some anti-air to help fend off the Cobras and various other enemies. So this anti-air is still shooting at the Bradleys. But as you can see, they're running low on ammo and they die. Artillery everywhere. And right here, Delta Force moves up into his flamer tanks, but his flamer tanks just cook them very simply. And as you can see, Protocol pretty much lost his force at this part. He does not have much. But I have some artillery coming in, and I got some supply trucks. I'm all trying to do my thing, you know. But anyways, these things are shooting with missiles, but they have a very low chance of hitting. Eventually it gets out of view. But as you can see, I spread out my infantry. I got this anti-aircraft shooting at these links. As you see, it does take down one. And these dudes, he chose SAS for reasons unknown to me. He was pushing up the last of his tanks. They are getting some good hits in. And over here in the cars is skirmishing with the enemy. He's got his helicopters, and he lost some. But he is pushing up this infantry. And the flamer tanks are cooking up some Bradleys. And I'm pushing up my tanks to help out Protocol. And as you can see, I have my command vehicle over here because artillery was hitting, and I didn't want to lose it. Eventually I will take the point though. Right here I'm getting some shots off, or at least trying to. So right there, I shoot the last of my missiles, and one of them actually kills a tank, which is really good. Hits it right in the back. So these tanks retreat, and as you can see, there's a lot of artillery fire coming in. And the helicopter starts shooting. So Protocol starts retreating. Well, he's trying to. Just starts routing. He's out of missiles and running dangerously low on fuel at this point. And the constant rocket barrage is not helping. So I pull back my tanks because they're also out of missiles. I want to get more missiles. My anti-air is refueled and I'm repairing this tank. For the most part, most of my units are pretty good. Just chilling. So Indicars here is pushing into, he's running out of fuel though, but he's pushing into the forest as the enemy leaves the forest, so it's kind of weird like that. And right now I'm shooting randomly at Juliet. And his men are shooting back somewhere else. So right here comes a Cobra to shoot at Protocol's poor routing tanks that are pretty much out of fuel. As you can see, they don't stand much of a chance against this rocket barrage. It's all panicked and whatnot. And right here come some Gazelles. Sadly though, these Gazelles are out of ammo. I don't know why the enemy bothered bringing them. He should have rearmed them. As you can see, it's very deadly. And right here I'm getting an artillery barrage. So I move my command vehicle out of the way because the artillery barrage is kind of concentrating here. As you can see, though, it's stunning all these tanks. And I bring up even another anti-air. So here, Indicars kind of makes a sandwich with his helicopters and his troops. The helicopters are forcing these dudes back, and his troops are finishing them off. Oh, this thing's routing up with 0 fuel, so it's kind of just sitting there. As you can see, I'm moving my units around, but I'm charging this vehicle into the fire. And it's trying to get an aim, and it shoots, and it hits this one, who takes a spin. Right there, that one gets destroyed, and this one doesn't even get a chance to get a shot off, and it dies. So as you can see, most of his gazelles are out of ammo. There's only one with ammo. SAS have taken the woods, but they're not that useful, mostly because they don't have any anti-tank except for grenades. So that's why I prefer green jackets. So here are protocols coming with these cheap helicopters, and they fly over to get a good view so they can bombard with artillery. It was kind of a waste because I just moved. So I shoot down one of his gazelles. He only has 2 left, and now Cobras are coming. And they're bombarding this poor tanks. Just simply run away. Now Protocol's engaging the Cobras. He's actually shooting them down. Right there, he hits this one's ammo box, so it has 0 ammo. It cannot fight anymore. It takes out the only one that can shoot. Now this one's just sitting there without any ammo, and it takes a hit. I'm still shooting. This is when I charge up my cheap personnel carriers. They start shooting at the soft underbelly of the Cobra. The SAS are shooting their M16s right through it because these are unarmored, and even the tow missiles are taking a few shots at it. But as you can see, this one's going to just simply run away. It almost gets hit there, but it doesn't. As you can see, there's flames are cooking up these poor defenseless supply trucks. As you can see, Protocol is going to shoot at these infantry. As you can see, there's a lot of dead units here. So here these units decide to move forward, which was a mistake. These just simply cook them. As you can see, they're starting to run out of gun ammo. Okay, and here Indicars is engaging these dudes, and these supply trucks decide to run away along with the chaparral, which, decides turning around and driving backwards is a better idea. So Indicars sees this as an opportunity to kill some supply trucks. He's bringing up more infantry. And a helicopter as well. I'm surprised that Indicars was able to hold this entire side with nothing but infantry and a few helicopters. It was very interesting to me. So here we got some artillery going. The SAS are shooting at these helicopters, but they have very few missiles and most of them are out. So right here, I'm firing right here because I thought I saw enemies there, and at one point maybe I did. They're not there anymore. So I'm moving up some anti-air, and so is Protocol, taking up positions to defend this town. As you can see, even more artillery's landing, but I got a supply truck. I'm trying to keep my dudes repaired. So here comes Protocol with his helicopters, and they're going to take aim at these supply trucks. Supply trucks are running away, and Impressive gunship's going to take out that one. And right there you can see the missile slowly coming. And he explodes. As you can see, they're bringing up a chaparral. Indycar's is pushing up his infantry. Right here he's got flak panzers. Protocol does not see these. And he takes some hits. And simply dies. This helicopter's going to try and get away. But it does not make it. It's a very tragic end. So here I bring up even more supply. Here I'm bringing up recon vehicles to help out with this anti-air to secure this area better. But as you can see, the enemy has resupplied. He has not regrouped, which is foolish of him. He should have also regrouped instead of just resupplying. But he resupplies his men, heals them up, and charges them on a flanking maneuver. He should have bought some more tanks, but he does have some helicopter support. So right there is my recon. As you can see, these dudes are going to shoot some rockets at it. My recon is going to try and run away, but it cannot run fast enough. So here Protocol helps me by buying some anti-tank teams, and I have these tanks. But as you can see, they're immediately damaged, practically being spawn killed. And here he has some special forces and links. The links are going to take a few shots as well. As you can see, these tanks are trying to take shots, but they're just taking too much hits. So I buy an anti-air and some kamikazes, which are very cheap, very fast trucks, and I like them. So these guys start running low on rockets, so they start running away, but I get some hits in on them. As you can see, Protocol's anti-tank team are trying. It takes out a chaparral. And my kamikazes are going to charge. They're going to go off-road for a second, but then go back on-road when I order them to. As you can see, the enemy's bringing up gazelles, which is a mistake. And I have some flamer tanks coming up to bolster the defense of this location. I already have some flamer tanks like right there, but I bring up 2 more. I think they're the ones over here. Yeah, I think they were. Because as you can see, I have this anti-tank. Very cheap anti-tank trying to take shots. And over here, kamikazes start taking shots at the gazelles. The gazelle get off 1 shot and destroy 1 truck. My trucks just drive right through it because that's what they do. Here I just tell them to come to a stop so they can shoot more accurately. They easily shoot it down. Now I'm looking for his command vehicle, which as you can see is over here undefended. But they do get some defense on it. But you'll see what happens when it happens. Here I'm calling in artillery strikes. And I'm getting a tank. Try and hold this position. But as you can see, he does not have any infantry support at all, which is a mistake. Here the enemy call out a defense because they know my kamikazes are here. As you can see, they're taking aim with their artillery to try and take them out, but I just move them. Because that's what you do. And here, as you can see, Protocol brings even more cheap helicopters to the brawl. They get shot down. They do shoot, but they miss. So he's pulling back. As you can see, the battlefield's kind of quiet now. Not much going on except for this attack here. That's all that's happening. Everyone else has a defensive stance. And here I move up these kamikazes. I start shooting at this, but then I see the command vehicle, who has it on reverse and the gas pedal to the floor. So this is what he sees as he's backing up. And right there he explodes. So as you can see though, these jugglers, German riflemen, start getting off some shots on the kamikazes, which are starting to retreat. They don't make it. It was a suicide mission, but at least it was a complete suicide mission, or a suicide mission that got completed. As you can see, Protocol has some T-72s defending his command vehicle. And against these tanks, they're not really going to last long. I see this as an opportunity to break up some infantry, to try and rush them from behind while they're distracted. Here's some artillery. As you can see, he's advancing with Roland's first. Protocol's tanks start freaking out. And as you can see, the helicopters spot my infantry, but my infantry shooting these helicopters down. Right here they get some shots off and they destroy one PC. 3 survivors climb out. But here you can see one of the Cobras got away. It's all on fire. And here I undo my dudes. And as you can see, these helicopters know my dudes are here, so they're going to engage. And my guys are going to actually do some damage. Like right there, they take out a Roland, and they took out a tank right here. And I have a tank in the woods here. And it's taking shots while the helicopter's distracted with my infantry. I move some kamikazes into the woods, just bolstering the defense. As you can see, he has a 36% chance of hitting, but now the helicopter sees him, and he's going to open up. He does not kill him all the way. Here's some Indicars, backs me up some, and I bring in some anti-tank infantry into the woods. So here's Indicars' men. Right there, that vehicle's routing, it's not going to shoot. That tank's going to open up, but sadly he does not get his cannon loaded in time. This dude's going to stop routing and start shooting. These dudes are going to start shooting in a second. As you can see that he moves his helicopters to take out Protocol's defenseless vehicle. And here comes my artillery. My tank is still here and it's still shooting at 6%. As you can see here, if these would have been green jackets, he could have back attacked us and probably damaged my artillery. But it wasn't, so he didn't. So here, I have some anti-air over here that's taking pot shots at this. I pretty much own this sector. I mean, there's like no enemies to do anything to me. And as you can see, they're bringing in artillery, so I simply just move. Protocol's bringing up some tanks. I simply just move my guys out of the way eventually, like right now. Just move them over here, because they're aimed right here. Alright, there goes my artillery. As you can see, Indicar's moved up here. There's a Lynx TOW shooting at his men. And he's coming in with helicopters. As you can see, there's one chaparral, and it's on fire, so it's not going to be much of a bother. And as you can see, it isn't. It misses both of its shots. So these guys got some flak panzers, but other than that, they're pretty screwed on this side. As you can see, the chieftains come around, and they're realizing that I am prepared on this side as well. I have a good defense everywhere. Right there, the Roland start routing. And right there, I took out the last of the chieftains. That was a very good germ. to all who were involved. Here's the scoreboard. Indycar's killed 751 points, but he only lost 249. Protocol killed 1,000, but he lost 2,000. Because of all that artillery and helicopters at the beginning he had to face in the open field of death. And I killed 1,758, and I lost 800. Some. And our enemies did very poorly, this one especially. He lost 1,000 worth of points, and he only killed 300 some. This guy did a little bit better, killing 989 and losing 1,500. And this guy is the only guy that killed more than he lost. Sounds a good game. Hope you guys enjoy.